Technology screens, and the products we design are in our company are Supreme and Blue. Anyway, Supreme 12 and Blue. Anyway, so let me show you something really interesting. All right, so when I made that video about basically copyright infringements and all that stuff, we had people coming in talking about how you can't sue anybody for tampering with their copyrights. Yes, you can. That's the whole purpose of a copyright, is to protect your artwork or, literature, music, stuff like that you design, something you wrote, a book or something, is to protect it from somebody either trying to copy it or slander it or destroy it. Keep in mind, yes, you can sue someone over copyrights. I don't know where anyone got information where thinking that you can't sue a person over copyrights. So anyway, as I said before, between other matter, that's being taken care of. I got an attorney for that, so that's being taken care of. So let me show you something. So it's easy to get a copyright. It's not hard to do. If you have artwork, music, whatever you may have, and you feel that's going to cost you a lot of money, it's not going to cost you a lot of money. And do not do poor man copyright. Poor man copyright is when people say you mail something back to you. That does not work in court. Trust me. It does not work in court. So what you want to do is, the cheapest way to go about doing it is to go through LegalZoom. LegalZoom charges $150. I paid $150 for mine. At the time, it's $180 now. And what they do, you got two choices. You can have an attorney do it, or you can do it yourself. I had an attorney do it because there's a lot of freaking paperwork in there you're going to have to read. And some of it, pretty much, if you don't know anything about law, you will not understand. They will ask you to draw out, if you did an artwork, they will ask you to draw the artwork out, or maybe you have a logo for your company or whatever it may be. They'll ask you to draw that drawing and give us some information on exactly what's it about and so forth. And then therefore the lawyer will come back and ask you some questionnaires back and forth, and then they'll do like a search. Now the search is basically they'll scour the internet or do a search to see how many people come up with that exact same photo, book, or artwork, music, whatever it may pop up they're looking for. And if nobody has it, they'll come back and say, okay, look, we didn't find anybody. Would you like to go forward? And if you say yes, they'll file all your information with the U.S. government, the government. All right. So now, how you find out if your information is legit and up there? Well, you go to gov.com, basically copyrightsgov.com, and everything will be in public records. All your information will pop up just to let you know. So keep in mind, if you go to visit this address, Crow Boys, I wouldn't want to go there if I were you. It's a very bad neighborhood that I moved into. It's one of my first houses, and I'm glad to be out of there. So you're more than welcome to go visit those people, because here's something else. You do not want to be knocking at that front door. Just want to let you know. All right, to get a heads up. Anyway, so if you go in here, this search area right here, I'm gonna show you how you get there. So we're gonna go back a bit, right? Show you how you do this. You just go to gov.com. I had to call my attorneys first, the one that actually initially filed for me, and he said, well, we don't have it here. You're gonna have to go to the government of some copyrights and patent trade or whatever. You gotta go there. So I went there, they gave me this number, they shot me over to this website right here. This is where I went to. And then when you scroll down at the bottom of the website, you will see something that says, let me scroll up see a minute. It'll say search copyright reports, which means if you have a copyright, it is there on file with the government. So you just click on that right there, and it'll bring you this page right here where you can type in anything you want in here and you can pull someone's copyright up. It's not going to do any good. It just shows that they have a copyright. So if I were to go in and put in Frankenstein, all right. Now, keep in mind, you know who has to paint under Frankenstein. This is a very, very serious copyright, an extremely very serious copyright, because Frankenstein goes on for quite a bit. Keep in mind, when the person who wrote the book about Frankenstein, eventually, yes, their copyright has expired, but someone else picked it up, and they pick it up, and they pick it up, and they pick it up. Copyrights can go on for a while. So keep in mind, I think Disney has rights to that right there. They have rights to that, to the Frankenstein franchise, or whatever it may be. So bottom line is, because that particular individual sold paint under that name, he is liable for a fine of $250,000 per container, because you did not get their permission to go in and sell product under their name. Which means if anyone goes and reports this, you're going to be, you forget about what we could do to you. You're talking about Walt Disney. These are people who do not play around when it comes to messing with their stuff. So keep in mind, they do have the rights to it. As you can go right here, you can see, you can go into records of the bottom. You can go to 25, up to 25. How long you want to put the search in? 100 pages of records. Let's see for 100 page records. And then you go begin search right here. And this will bring up all the people who filed. These are all the certification numbers. Look at the dates on them. Look how far they go up and look how far they go down. Yes, so that means that Walt Disney, if they got word that this particular individual sold a product and profit and made money off their name without their permission, they could hit you with a copyright lawsuit, and you would have to pay a fines up to, they're talking about jail time. They're talking about you can spend up to $250,000 to $500,000 per can. Per can. That means if you made a profit off of it, they're going to want their money. They're going to cut of that profit. So that's what's going to happen. Now, in our case, it's a little different. In our case, we fall under the line of slander definition of character. That's where somebody basically takes your product and they basically slander it. Like, okay, say you got a comedian. He's a comedian, is known for doing a lot of cursing and carrying on, doing a lot of crazy stuff on stage. And he comes out there wearing a Nike sweatsuit. Now, Nike may look at that like, no, we don't want to be affiliated with that. We don't want to be affiliated with your brand and what you do. So we'd appreciate it if you would blur out our name so no one sees it on TV. Now, pretty much everybody in the crowd's going to see it's Nike, but they want to make sure that no one is recording this, and this is being broadcast. Broadcast. It's another one added to broadcast. When you broadcast something, you make it live, you make it official. This is where things will basically will get you nailed in court. So bottom line is they blur that out. So that's why when you watch shows and someone comes on there and their cat's blurred out, the shirt's blurred out, something, the company doesn't want them doing that at all, period. They want to be affiliated with them because they're afraid they're going to slander their product or damage their product's name. So what Mr. Crow did was he took a copyrighted piece of material. Even though the item was discontinued, the name was still active. It's copyrighted. So when we go into here and we type in, because if I filed my information correctly with my attorney, I should pop up over there. All right, Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I spelled technology screens wrong right there. Let's get this one correctly. Screens. All right. Now we'll go in and we'll put up to 100 in record and begin search. And this is what pops up. It pops up under right here. Now look down at the bottom. See that right there? That right there is the type of work, which is visual material. There is the registration number right there for my company we applied for. Application, Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Title, Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Description on, which actually is electronic filing, which I did. Copyright claim, or claimant, what do they call it? Kenneth Bird, 1968, which is my date of birth. This is the old address I used to live at right there. The date when it was created, which was in 2016. And at the bottom right here, citizenship, which you have to have your citizenship and all the good stuff. But right here, it is as down as authorship as 2D art. That's what it was registered as, 2D art. So you can see all that right there. So once you basically get an approval, if they give you an approval, because sometimes they don't give you an approval. Sometimes your search should come back and they can say, hey, somebody has this information, already has this. We can't give you this. We have to deny your work. That could happen. So I was on Facebook and I was actually talking about this, and somebody came and said, oh, no, some company called Audio City or whatever it's called has that name right there. I'm thinking somebody's about to get sued because that's our name. It belongs to us. Because when you go in and you do that search, we come up. And I'm trying to explain to the fellow, I said, you know that when you basically apply for a copyright, patent, trademark, whatever it may be, they have to do a search. And if that search comes up where nobody owns it, it belongs to you. Now, the fact that we have it right here by the U.S. government showing it is our name, and we own that right to that name, means somebody by the name of Audio City, whoever they are, it's floating around with my my logo on it. And if they're floating around my logo on it, that means I have to contact one of the attorneys to have them go search and find this individual and send them out a warning telling them to remove it, or basically they'll have to be hit with a lawsuit. Now, the problem we have here is Mr. Jamie, or Fernando's, or whatever you want to call it, Fernando Gonzalez, felt the need because he thought, and like I said, my attorneys actually heard the entire video. We shot the video over to him. We have dubbed it. In the video, he states that it's discontinued. We didn't realize that the and I keep in mind, I sent paperwork over to Crow before it went to that level, telling him, warning him not to do this because it just is copyrighted. But he didn't want to believe me. He thought I was just basically just blowing hot air in the wind. And I was trying to explain, like, you really don't want to do this. So bottom line is, he did it anyway. And right now you're looking at my registration with the U.S. government showing that that is a copyrighted. Right now on our YouTube channel, that logo that's popping up on our YouTube channel is copyrighted. Anything that comes up with that cube attached to it is copyrighted. So keep in mind for Part A, when I do a video demonstration and I got that brand on the side right there with my copyright on there, you slander my video on there, do it carrying on and acting up, knowing that brand is sitting there on the side, I can slap you with a lawsuit. That's why we changed their name. And not only that, when Blue comes out, Blue is going to be heavily fortified. Now, it's not for the hobby boys. Crow's being, I mean, not Crow. For Blue's being heavily fortified for companies, because there are companies that are piquing interest on that technology, and they have the money and the capability of reverse engineering that technology, and that's why it had to be under a trademark secret, which means that we have a secret, the code that goes into that screen paint that makes it is under a trademark secret. That's like like Coca-Cola has their soda have a trademark secret. Kentucky Fried Chicken has a trademark secret. It's a secret recipe that actually makes up the product itself. That true one secret ingredient that makes that technology what it is, and that's why it had to be under a trademark secret. But as I said before, you know, if you're going to have artwork, I tell people, I see plenty of people have beautiful artwork and they're showing it off. Like, don't do that. Don't ever show your artwork off to anybody. Don't do that. If you do it, then I tell people what you do is just write, when you do your artwork, draw something in there. Draw like your name and date it. And put a hidden message in your artwork. Because what happens is, say somebody copies one of your artworks, turns it into a t-shirt, makes all this money off of it. It's your word against his. You take them to court, that they pull out a magnifying glass and they see somewhere in that writing scribbled in there that has your name and your date and everything. When you did that, they're screwed. They're screwed. So that's another way of protecting yourself, to actually put your drawings, when you do drawings, to put your name and the date and when you did it and everything into the drawing, because they'll never see it. Only you can see it because you can know where it's at. It's like kind of designing a Where's Waldo book. Only the person who designed Where Waldo knows where Waldo is at. So that's how you want to do it. So like I said, music and stuff like that, anything like that, it's only 150 bucks. Go down, get your stuff locked in so no one comes along and takes it from you. You know, that's where you want to do it. Don't do the poor man copyright. The poor man copyright, somebody says, oh, you got to write a letter to yourself and mail it off. Don't do that crap. That doesn't work in court. It doesn't. Trust me. So we're not going to, just let you know, because some people think we're going to activate on this right away. We're not. This is not going to be activated right away. This has to take time to do. And the reason why it has to take time to do, because with COVID-19, the courts aren't exactly friendly to be at right now. They really aren't right now. You know, this has to take time. So my lawyers are working everything out. And when the time is right, we'll go execute and get this thing taken care of. But until then, we have plenty of time. We're still within the statute of limitations. And we're just going to take our time on this. My advice to the other individual, I would suggest for him to basically just cool it altogether, because anything you do now, it's going to be under a magnifying glass. I don't mind doing side-by-sides. I mean, he can still do our stuff. He can still buy our paint and do side-by-side demonstrations. I really don't care about that. It's just that when you do what he did by taking a product out the Home Depot to try to make it, that's not good. That's like, all right, you guys get a new pair of Air Jordans. And you go, you know what, on camera, I'm going to show you how to make a pair of Air Jordans and make them for free. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And you take it down to a shop, and they make the sneaker and everything, the whole 9 yards, and there you go. Yeah, you got landed a lawsuit. Now, it's funny because Screen Innovation hit us with a, they hit us with, what do they call it? The cease and desist order. That's what they hit us with. So they didn't hit us with a lawsuit. They hit us with a deceased to tell us to shut up. That's pretty much what they were telling us to do. Because we did a side-by-side demonstration next to the technology. We didn't slander their screen. We didn't call it garbage. We didn't call it trash. All we said was the screen has a narrow viewing cone, which it does have a narrow viewing cone. Anyone who's ever bought one of the screens knows a narrow viewing cone. And now we figured that out because I was in my room and my buddy June had brought me a sample sheet over of Screen Innovations. So I'm in the room with the camera. I got against my screen, and when I went to move to the side, the screen went dark, and I thought it was the camera carrying on. I thought, what the freak is going on with the camera? And then when I took the camera off and I did it again, I noticed that the screen has something called a narrow viewing cone, which they go dark if you turn to the side. So we started using that as a form of a publicity jump, because you got a screen right here that costs $5,000, and our screen doesn't even do the narrow viewing angle. We don't go black. So we started using it like, yeah, we're better than Black Diamond because we can do that, which we were because we don't have 190. We can go 190 degrees outside and our screen will pull up when the screen went dark. But they didn't like that too much. So I don't know what they consider that to be, but they kind of like sent us a letter saying, look, here's the bottom line. We'll sue you if you don't remove all your videos. So I removed all the videos. I basically removed everything off of Facebook and YouTube. Everything was gone. And that was the last we heard of it. We couldn't mention or say anything about their name for a while. But that happened in 2015, so their statute of limitations are over. Now, where they messed up at, and I'll tell you where they messed up at. You being a big corporation should have not been threatened by us at all, period. We're a small company. I'm a very, very small company. I'm like a speck. You can't even see me. I'm a small company compared to these big, big, big corporations. So what you should have did, should have paid me no mind, because all the money you're making wouldn't have put a dent anywhere near in your profit for you to pay me any attention. But the fact that you did pay me any attention, that piece of paperwork that I got upstairs from your lawyers, which I still have framed upstairs on my wall as my trophy, shows that I made a giant, much like that big company, lean down and notice me, that I could be a very potential threat against you. But if you mind your own business, I would have never known that I had that capability at all, period. So should have just never said anything at all, period. And now that you have, I have a document showing from your attorneys how you came after me because I was able to prove that I could ruffle your feathers. See? That's why the other companies don't mess with us, because of the whole Black Diamond incident. It'd be stupid for Elite to come in right now and go, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Well, look, if you want to go into a courtroom, I could basically paint my screen up in your screen. I could pull contrast. Your screen can't even begin to touch. Now what? I want to go down that road. As long as I don't go in there and I say this stuff is trash or garbage or blah, blah, this or blah, blah, that, I give you a choice whether you want to buy it or not. I mean, you could spend $4,000 or $5,000 for a projection screen, or you could buy our stuff, which is basically going to be much less. And you see the performance. It's live. There's no way for you to fake the demonstration. But like I said, when you do stuff like if I said, okay, I'm going to take Elite screens, I'm going to show you how to make an Elite screen. We're going to do this. We're going to buy this fabric. We're going to do this and so and so and so and so. And I'm going to broadcast it so everybody can know how to make that for free. You cut into that people's profit. Now they're going to come after you with an attorney and sue the living crap out of you. This is why when I developed my company, the first thing I got was I got that copyright done. Now, if your stuff is legit, and it should be, since the U.S. government now has it on file. Oh, keep in mind too, I technically don't have to get a lawyer to sue you. I can actually contact the U.S. government when you violated my patent, my copyright, and I can actually report you to them, and they would come after you because that is now a government document that you basically violated. They'll come after you, and they'll hit you with fines and jail time. All right, so that can happen too also. So let me show you. So there's my logo for my company right there. If I were to back hit and go to search image. Now there is somebody already using my logo without my permission. He's a church man. I'm not going against that. I'm just going to write him a letter and explain to him that he has to remove it because it does belong to me. This design belongs to me. I just asked him to remove it nicely. That's all. I'm pretty sure he'll be quite understanding. So when you hit that back button, what's going to happen is that image, anything that's attached to that image, if it's owned by somebody else, is going to pop up. This is how we can find out other people's using our stuff without our permission. Oh, there's somebody else too. I forgot. I got to do some things. Some things have to be done. So over here, we go to images, right? Mine only comes up right here. All right. So if If you go to the bottom, you'll have similar images to ours. But we don't own any of these. We don't have rights to none of these at all. They're just similar images to ours. That's basically about it. So we get down to the bottom, you'll have my story. Crystal Edge Technologies, return Crystal Edge Technologies. Thank you, Crystal Edge Technologies. Contact Crystal Edge Technologies. Kenneth Bird, customer review, Crystal Edge Technologies. Now at the bottom, you will see at the bottom, you'll have another page right there. We'll click on that. That's the last and final page. This is where we found the fellow who was using my information, well, using my logo without my permission. Like I said, we're just going to write him a letter. That's all. That's all that needs to be done. Just ask him to remove it. He's over on, I forgot the name of that site. So we got right here, Crystal Edge, Crystal Edge, Crystal Edge, Crystal Edge, Kenneth Bird, Crystal Edge, and there we go. This is how we found out that somebody was using our name without our permission. So we go click on there and go find this fellow. And there you go. He's using our product without our permission. That is my logo. Which means if I wanted to be nasty about it and really nasty about it, I can get an attorney right now and I could sue the living daylights out of him for even touching it without asking for my permission. But I'm not going to do that. And the reason why is because I believe in giving him a letter for it. He even signed it. He even signed it with his name on it. You know how much trouble he can get into for this now? That's like me taking a Nike logo and putting my name on the side of it like it's mine and designing it my way. Can't do that. So now what I got to do is my attorney's going to reach out to him, contact him, send him a letter, ask him to remove this. This has to go. If he doesn't, then he's going to actually be with a lawsuit. But I believe in basically sending someone a letter first. It doesn't work that way with Jamie. Jamie doesn't understand. So Jamie has to be flat out sued. And see at the bottom where it says, this image may be subject to copyright. Yeah, it's subject to copyright. It's my copyright. That's right there. All right, so we'll come over here real quick. Go exit out of here. And he's using my image without my permission. See where it comes at the bottom? My name pops up again. So I could literally, right now, I could sue him for everything he's worth. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to basically contact him first and just let him know the situation that he's, and on top of that, he's a Christian. I don't mess with Christians, man. I can tell you some stories, man. Some people might not believe it. Sometimes you learn some things, and being a Christian, you got to learn some stuff, man. I've learned some stuff. You don't go against another Christian. You don't. Leave it up to God. Let him handle it. But I have to still send him a letter, let him know. Because it's a land of the law and it's a land of God. It's two different versions of it. I'll tell you a little short story real quick. Little short story. It happened to me a long time ago. When I was a thug, running out in the streets, carrying on, acting up, doing all kinds of crazy stuff in my younger years. And I thought I was basically immortal. I thought I could do whatever I wanted to do. I lived in some of the Badlands in Philadelphia. I think a 33rd and Diamond. I was living on 33rd and Diamond up in the projects. So anyway, my brother-in-law was a true blue Christian. Went to church every Sunday. You know what I mean? True blue Christian. And at that particular time, when I was young, I thought I could do anything I wanted to do. Nobody could tell me what to freaking do. I carried a gun. I used to carry a gun back in the day. I had a gun I used to carry. So anyway, my mother went to church, and my brother-in-law was there to watch over us, and I was going to run the street with my boys and have my fun. I wasn't going to listen to him and do whatever I wanted to do. So all he did was say to me, I need you to stay in the house because your mother asked me to. And I said, get the blank out of my face. I do whatever the blank I want to do. I'll mess around and shoot you in the face. That's what I said to him. You got to be careful what you say to people. Sometimes things will come back to bite you in the face faster than you think. So anyway, I go walk around the corner and meet up with my buddies, all dressed up with my gear on. This is how long ago? 1980s, around that time, wearing my Run DMC gear, got my jewelry all out and everything. And I'm running up. I got my jacket zipped up because I figured someone's going to stick me up. They're going to stick me up in between, and I make sure I don't show them anything. So I zip my jacket, my jewelry, take my rings off. Because even if you go around the corner, you can have stick-up boys that'll come through your neighborhood, and they'll be parked outside in a car waiting for you. So you got to be careful. So anyway, as I'm walking around the corner, this guy comes out of nowhere. I mean, never even seen him before. I know everybody in my hood. I'd never seen this fella before. He just popped up out of nowhere and put a gun right to my head. So he told me he's going to kill me. He's going to shoot me in the face. You know the funny thing about that is, the only thing I could think about in that split second, before I was going to think I was going to be shot and killed, was that All I could think about was what I said to my brother-in-law. That's all I could think about. I couldn't think about anything else. All I could think about is hearing myself saying I was going to shoot my brother in the face, my brother-in-law in the face, and here I am. I got a man with a gun right to my head, and I can see the bullets in the barrels looking right at me. It's a fully loaded revolver. So the first thing I do is I push him, because I figure if I push him and if I zigzag, if he hits me, at least he'll get me in the shoulder or in the thigh or the leg. I can crawl to the corner. My people around the corner, they got me. I just got to get out of that situation where I'm at, because where he had me at, I was secluded. He could have killed me right there. So as I pushed him and shoved him, he stumbled. I took off running. I went zigzagging. Yeah, I was screaming and yelling for my people to come up, because I was a dead man. This man had caught up to me. So I get around the corner. All my people come around the corner, rush around the corner. Look, he ain't out there. He's gone. So we driving up and down the neighborhood looking for this guy, because we're going to kill him. We looking him down looking for him. Can't find him. Nowhere to be found. No one's ever seen him. No one's ever heard of him, ever. Like, he didn't even freaking exist. But you know what? Me being stubborn at that particular time and not being humble, refused to go apologize to my brother-in-law. After that little incident that happened, you know, every day after that, I had somebody in the neighborhood was trying to kill me. For no reason at all. I didn't start any trouble in the neighborhood. I was a bit of a hothead. Yeah, I argued a few times. I had a few fist fights here and there, but not to the point where people just wanted to just walk up and just destroy me for no particular reason whatsoever. But it was because I threatened a Christian, and God was punishing me for it, and he was sending people down to come after me. And that's how it was, and that's how it felt every day. I sat outside on my porch every day and chilled with my friends, and this guy drove by in a car and rolled down the windows and did a little with his head like he was going to shoot me in the head. And I'm like, what the freak is that? But you know, I deep down inside, I knew what I was wrong. Like, God was telling me, you need to go back and apologize to this man and make what's right. And I didn't want to do it. And it got to the point, it got so bad that I wanted to ask for his forgiveness. And he forgave me. And it stopped. It just stopped. No more people coming to try to kill me. No more people want to punch my face in. Nothing stopped. And I learned from that experience when I became a Christian that God protects his people. You got to be careful how you treat Christians. And Christians have to be careful how they treat other people. So keep in mind, I have a right. When some people are saying, well, you say that, but you're coming at Crow this way. I have that right. I have the right to protect myself, because also Christians were never meant to be welcome mats either. We're not meant to be walked on. So if someone's going to come after my company and someone's going to try to damage and destroy my company, you can better believe that I'm going to do everything within my power and God's capability to be able to defend my company with all costs. So I have that right. Now, keep in mind, you have to understand, Crow has been slandering my work for the longest time, about 5 or 6 years in. I'm just now filing a lawsuit against him. You know how much patience you got to have to turn the cheek on somebody over and over and over again when they do some of the dirty stuff that they do to you? You turn the cheek, don't mind you, but turn the cheek, turn the cheek, turn the cheek. Everybody got a breaking point, and that was the breaking point right there. So I am hoping that whatever happens, that they basically are lenient. If he gives me a written letter of apology on YouTube, I may waiver the lawsuit. If he doesn't, then I'll let the attorneys or let the U.S. government take care of it. Let them take care of it. And it's not going to be pretty. So I want to avoid basically involving getting his family, go through that turmoil and that nonsense you don't have to go through. It's not going to be pretty. He made a serious, costly mistake. Now, he can come on YouTube and he can show all the other labels. It's not about the other labels. It's not about the 12. It's not about the 9. It's not about any of those labels. It's about that one label you particularly chose to take to Home Depot. The U.S. government, basically, because where my copper is at, they're going to hit you with a counterfeit. You can hit with a counterfeit suit, because it shows you made a potential to make my product without my permission. And then you said in the video, when the guy said that we don't have that here, you made a statement about going to Lowe's to pick it up, which shows that your intentions were to cause damage to my company. And the reason why, like I said, I turned the other cheek for the longest time, because I had business partners to say, hey, look, you can use my attorney if you want. You just flat out just sue this guy and be done with him. And I said, I'm not going to do it, because the simple fact he has a family. But like I said, he doesn't learn. When COVID hit, I thought he would just mind his business and just stay to himself. And that's what I did. It took me a while to come back on camera and everything. There was a lot going on in my family and stuff. And a few of my family members got sick. So it was a little crazy for me to get back online. It took a while for me to get myself back online. Finally got myself back online. I started doing some videos again to get back into it, to try to get my life back on track again. And then when I started launching the screen, I think it was the 12. We're doing the 12. We're doing advertising on the 12. So on so we're not even talking about it. I'm not speaking about it. Just doing our business, doing what we do. And all of a sudden, he has to come. I got to do a review on the 12. I got to do this on so. It's a shame. And then he's got to mix a product with black paint. He's got to do dirty, sneaky stuff like that. And this is where we just think you're never going to learn. So I thought, if you had mind your own business, let's think about it. If you had mind your own business and allow us to make our products in peace and stop doing these fake reviews and stop calling us scammers and all these other nasty names you like to call me, I would have never filed the lawsuit that we had planned when COVID hit. I would have let it go. And I would have went about my business and enjoyed my day. But when the minute you pulled that 12 out and you did that demonstration, that's what triggered the lawsuit again. And because now we found this copyrighted material that you basically went in and you slandered my copyright, you violated my copyright, not consider the fact that you right now could be sued by Walt Disney for basically selling a product under their company's name that they own. Yeah, it's going to be pretty bad for you, man. I mean, I don't even have to do anything. I can contact Walt Disney right now. I could have my lawyer take that and contact Walt Disney right now on this Frankenstein mix that he went out and called under and made a profit off of it without asking permission. That's the equivalence of someone going out and printing Dragon Ball Z on a t-shirt with the logo looks just like Dragon, nothing, just the same exact logo and making money off of it. Yep. That's a read. And you talk about Walt Disney, them jokers don't have no mercy on anybody. It's like me having Donald Duck paint. I'm gonna sell Donald Duck paint or Mickey Mouse paint. Can't do that. Now, for those people sitting there telling me that, oh, but you know, you shoot videos with Netflix. Everybody does that. Everybody has videos with Netflix. Everybody has videos. You got people do skateboard tutorials. Half of them got Doritos and Coca-Cola, all kinds of stuff they have in their hand. If that was the case, everybody could be hit with a copyright lawsuit. Anytime you do a TikTok video and you got a Pepsi can in the background or a game system or whatever you may have in the background that's name brand or wear the name brand shirt, you could be hit with a lawsuit if that was the case. Heck, someone was even trying to patent Happy Birthday. They was trying to get a patent copyright on Happy Birthday to own the rights to it, which is jacked up, which means you would have to pay them every time you sing that song, which is messed up. Give me my charger. I got to do that paint on demonstration very soon. But yeah, you don't think about it. See right there? I got Dole sugar right there, Domino sugar right there in my can right there. This is where I keep my cough drops in. That'd be a lawsuit right there. No, you can't do it. You can't. It's how you do it. It's all about how you treat the logo. Shoot, for all those people that were doing those challenges with the milk, anytime watching somebody take dairy products and splash it all over their face or splash it on the floor, do something, destroy their dairy products, that would have been a lawsuit. It's how you do it. That's what gets you sued. But the problem he has here is that if anybody bought that Frankenstein mix with that character on the side of that can, could easily get him. Easy. I don't know what he was thinking with that one. That's crazy. And like I said, he has no guidelines for anything. That is extremely dangerous. Frankenstein is extremely dangerous. That's a serious copyright. You're talking about Walt Disney owns the right to that. Oh, they're playing golf. They must be having a tournament today. Yep. You put anything you put up there, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, anything you put up there. Even if you basically see somebody, let me tell you something, how we know somebody was doing something stupid with our company that we actually ended up hitting with a lawsuit. This is a company we actually sued because We had a company we first started off called Digital Crystal Screen Paint. And then we got a contract from some big company overseas way back in the day. Hold on, way back in the day. And they basically was trying to steal our company from us. Let's see, Digital One. Digital One. Here, Crystal Screen Paint. Blah. Let me see, Digital One. Did we get the one in there? There we go. Digital Crystal Screen Paint. This is my old company right here. If you dig this up, this is my old company. That's my old little room that I used to sell paints in. Now I want you to look at the paint that I'm using. To paint my screen with on drywall. And this video was back in, oh my goodness, stand out of the way. 2012. You see the color of that paint? Yeah, we used to make light gray screen paints back in the day. That's how I know how they're made. We used to make this stuff back in the day. I told you. Way back, we used to make that. That is a light gray screen paint. That is a Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. That is the product we used to make. Oh, you would never think that with all the black technology and all the heavy grays we developed. I told you Black Diamond was the reason why we changed. Yep, there it is. Let's see the color of that paint. Look at that. Let me show the results of it. If I did the results of it. I always do paint and dries. The same doing demonstrations in the dark. We did all that stuff already. See all that glitter in there? See all that crystal glitter in there? Yeah, we did all that stuff already. You grow from experience. Did all that stuff already. Yeah, I know about the glitter. I know all that stuff, how it works. Now, if you look at our technology now, you couldn't see one trace of it in there because we learned how to engineer our own stuff. It's harder to duplicate a technology when the technology is being developed by the people who make it. Every ingredient. Yep, look at this. Look familiar? It's familiar, don't it? Close UV mix. I can make Digital One Crystal Screen Paint right now. Put them side by side. I bet you they match. That was in 2012. Now, let me show you something right here. Let's go to, let's see. Let's go to Facebook. Let's go to Digital One. Crystal. Digital One Crystal. See if we can dig them up. This was a Hungarian company that basically we've had some problems with. Let me see if we can dig them up. They're still there. They might not be still there anymore. Now see, we don't own the rights to Digital One Crystal anymore because I sold the domain name. The right to the domain name is gone. We don't own it anymore. Nope. I might have to dig it up on the other computer because I'm not going to find it here. Let me see. Oh, not that. Yeah, I'm going to have to dig it up the other country. Hold up a minute. I know how to wait to find this sucker. Ugh. It's up there. I have to go through my other phone to dig it up. They might be there, they might not be there. It was a long time ago. But yeah, that gray screen paint, yeah, we're making that stuff way before Crow was ever making it. Another demonstration. AVS Forms. This one got kicked off AVS Forms. Hey Crow, check this out. What were you saying about the title of that name? Look what happens when we pull it up. Look what it comes underneath of. Doesn't know anything. There we go. Found them. This was a company that tried to take our technology from us. Digital One Crystal. That's what they were calling their company. I wonder if they still have their whatchamacallit, their page is still there. See if we can dig up their page. Digital One Crystal screen paint right there. I'm pretty sure they're probably not even there anymore. That's my video inside my house right there. This is running the Digital Crystal screen paint. That's the logo right there. That's a company that tried to steal from us. Now watch this. Now let me see. I'm gonna back button this one. Now I don't think we own copyrights to this one, but I know we own copyrights to the other one. Image search. See what it comes up under. You know what this is? This is free clip art. So basically, we went in and got a free clip art for the technology. So I'm very careful on how I basically select my logos. Yeah, guess what, look, Crow? We own that one too. Because if we didn't, somebody else would have came up underneath of it. And these are all ours. Under the 12 has a copyright underneath of it. He doesn't understand too much. These are what you call various similar images. That's what it's called. Oh, Digital One. This is another one under. This was our other old company's logo right here. This is my first logo for my first company. Let me see if we can go click on this. I bet you the website can't be there. Website can't be there, but guess what's there? The Facebook page is still there. Bam. Yeah, it's still there. Go touch that one if you want. Play with that one. That'll get you a heavy lawsuit. Look at this. How old this page is. I don't think I even list. I don't do any more demonstrations on here. And some previous ones. That's basically about it. There's a 9 right there. Let me see. Now the 9, yeah, we took the 9. But bottom line is, we don't have to keep in mind, this is free copyright. This is free, and this is copyrighted material. So what I do is when I go look for my logos, I put in free, copyright free movie theater art. That's what I look for. And that's how I designed some of my logos. Now, the one we have in the other room under blue, that has a trademark and copyright underneath of it. So that's ours. Crystal has a copyright and trademark underneath of us. 12s have copyrights and trademark. Those are ours. But this one right here didn't, which means all we had to do is just basically find any form of free art that anyone actually was offering up. And that's basically about it. But the Frankenstein, yeah, that has a heavy, I don't even know what he was thinking with that one. That's a freaking name brand. Like, everybody knows Frankenstein. Who the freak doesn't know Frankenstein? Sorry about that. Crystal. Let's go back over to real quick. Let me go back to that whole copyright thing real quick. If I can remember where I put it at. There we go. There's a copyright thing right there. Yeah, Frankenstein. The Frankenstein and ambient rejection mix that you call yours, the Frankenstein. Let's go copy paste this real quick for here. Let's see what we get right here. Let's put it under crows. Matter of fact, let's take this out. Let's put in crow screen paint mix. See what it brings up. We'll go back. We'll bring it all the way up to about 100. 100 records for 100. That's as far as you can go. And let's begin a search. None of this stuff is copyrighted. Not one thing. The only thing you have is your Walt Disney, and that's for the Frankenstein. So if we put down, we'll put a space in there, and we'll put in Frankenstein Crows Mix. Hundred pages, deep search, begin search. Doesn't come up. Now we try Frankenstein by itself. We do it at 100 pages, right there, and wait here, and there you go. Do you have any idea how many people have entitlements? These are people who have the rights to this right here. He can be hit with any one of these people right here. Seriously, serious violation. You know what makes it even worse? It's a difference if you make the product. Say you make it and you name it after your company, right? You name something, right? And you never sold one product, nothing at all. You didn't profit, you didn't make any money. You just came up with the name, right? And you added it to your company. Like somebody puts in McDonald's Soup Kitchen, right? Now, the name McDonald's has the copyright. It's a copyrighted trademark, whatever, right? That alone by itself could get you slammed with some fines and penalties alone. If someone drives by and happens to see that store and go, what the freak? And they report that, you can automatically get fined and penalties for that. But say you never sold anything, you sold nothing at all. Now, he sold product under that name, which means he didn't have permission from Disney to be able to go out and basically use Frankenstein, which they own the rights to now, to say, hey, look, because Disney would have said, okay, yeah, you can use it, but here's the thing, you got to give me a percentage of that. I want some of that money that you're making off of that. Okay, you can use the name, but let us get a percentage of that money off of it. That's what it asked. If he didn't pay any entitlements to Disney at all whatsoever, Disney can come along and say, hey, look, you didn't pay us any money, you didn't get permission, we didn't tell you to give you the rights to do this. We're going to slam you with a lawsuit. And not only will they slam you with a lawsuit, but now because you sold and made money off this thing, you sold about 20 or 30 of these cans, you got to pay up to $250,000 to $500,000 per can. Per can. Which means if anyone's floating around and has one of those cans on them and they decided they want to do you ugly, they can send that can to Walt Disney right now along with your video attached to it, and you got a lawsuit right on your hands. Right there from the door of you advertising on YouTube with their logo on it of selling a product with their copyrighted material right on the can. That's an automatic lawsuit. It just takes anybody in this video, anybody anywhere can look at that video and go, I wonder. And there you go. You're done. That fast, that quick. And I guarantee you, knowing Disney, they're going to give you jail time. You definitely going to get jail time through them. They're merciless. I heard they were merciless. They don't play around with people. Yep. That's why on my end, if I do when I tell people I don't want to do movies to show movie demonstrations, which I don't like to do, but if I do a movie demonstration, I do a couple minutes of it. Then I click the next one, I don't show the whole thing. Now, sometimes if a video disappears off my channel because YouTube will come and go, guess what, Ken? You went a little too far in that video. It played a little too long and you don't have the rights. When I do a live stream, I get a message that pops up on my end and YouTube warns me, but thank you so much, YouTube, for doing that. They'll pop up and go, hey, look, you don't have permission to show this, so and so and so. And I'll hear me say, like, whoop, got hit with a copyright strike. Got to pull this video, and I'll pull the video. If you look at my account, I have 0 copyright strikes on my account right now because I will go in and delete an entire video. I don't care how many hits got on or how good the video was. I'll delete it and get rid of the copyright strike. So YouTube will let you know if you have crossed the line and you basically have shown something you're not supposed to show, you will get a copyright strike for it. So I basically going to delete myself. Now, the one I did on the big boy screen, I showed off Pacific Rim. I got hit with a copyright strike. That video had to be removed. You go up there, it's not there anymore. I did another one. I was showing some Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly is an old anime, and I don't even know how in the world they're still activating on that one, but it popped up, so that one had to be deleted. So, like I said, thank you, YouTube, for putting that out there so I can see exactly what I need to remove and what I don't need to remove. But on the other hand, you made money off of this. Yep. You made money off their logo without permission. Well, that being said, that's just a food for thought. To tell you the truth, look, if I wanted to get him, I could have got him a long time ago. The first minute he came with that Frankenstein, I could have nailed him to the wall easily. All I do is just make a couple phone calls. That's it. And contact my attorney and say, hey, look, check this out right here. You can contact their legal department over at Walt Disney and just shoot this video at him real quick and show him what's going on over here. His clock would have been cleaned a long time ago. No. He'll do it to himself, which he did. He did it to himself. But like I said, yeah, you can't do that nonsense Frankenstein mix. You lost your freaking mind? What have you been doing? What's wrong with you? Yeah. I love how whatchamacallit spells it the way it wants to spell it. Like, no, it would be spelled this way. You can't do that. You can't basically take somebody like you can't do that. See that right there? You see what I just showed you? And that copyright, see what I just showed you? We're gonna mute this, make sure we mute the video. I don't want to hear his sound, I don't hear his voice. I don't try to play people's voices playback, I don't do that. Here, we gotta mute it. I think right here. That's me. And that's what we requested. We requested that Frankenstein mix. Let me see if we got a picture of that label. Can't use the name, you can't use the label, you can't use any of it at all, period. It'll land your lawsuit. A heavy one too at that. You can't use any of that at all, period. I love these ongoing YouTube commercials. And that's when you get bombarded by political nonsense. Now you get bombarded with that bull crap. I don't even know what that looks like. I'm telling you, I swear, I hate looking at these videos. I'll tell you why. I know exactly what that is. I can look at that. I can tell how that paint's made. I could duplicate it right now. I can tell just by looking at it what it is. Good God, that looks just like freaking Bullseye, freaking primer. That's exactly what the freak it looks like. Oh my God! I told you I was upstairs painting my attic, getting ready to turn that. I'm turning that into a drone docking station upstairs. That's what I'm turning the attic into, a drone docking station. And I'm up there using some dark gray primer, and I'm looking at this stuff. I'm like, this stuff looks exactly like freaking UV Mix, and sure enough, it matched perfectly. I know exactly what that is, and I know what it is too. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother looking at this. This is just freaking, you gotta be kidding me. I know exactly what that is too. It's a primer. It's definitely a primer. I'll tell you that much. It's a primer. It's definitely a primer. And this is supposed to be an ambient rejection. This is the one we got, we tried to order, and basically we got our order denied like multiple times. That is, all right, he says this is an ambient light rejection screen paint, so I gotta see this. This is not to clown him or anything in that whatsoever. I usually don't watch his demonstrations. Why do you need to do all that? Why are you going in an up and down format? You just roll over the screen and be done with it. That's all you gotta do. All right, here's your problem here. Oh, God almighty, people. Can you just do the freaking demonstrations correctly? The problem we have here, washed out, washed out, washed out. All that's washed out. That's gone completely. That's all gone. Let's go back here. See if we can show you how the demonstrations. Compared to, you just saw the demonstration with my screen being hit with all that light, the window directly hitting it. I'll show you right here in the video. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. That's all washed out right there. I told you, when you do a screen, edge to edge to edge. It's not supposed to be washed out. See right there, right there? See, all it's washed out. Look where the curtain's at, all right? See how he has the curtain right here? The curtain's blocked right about here, about there. That curtain should be pulled all the way to the back and be exposed. How close is the projector? Judging by the size of the screen, the projector's got to be sitting right up on top. And why is this here right here? This shouldn't even be there. What is this right here? Why do you have this? See, that's weird. Why do you have this here? You're protecting the screen from any light. So any light that's coming straight down, this is protecting it right there. This shouldn't be in here. This should not be inside of a box. Why do you have that in a box? That should be exposed flat against the wall. There we go. See right there? Right along there? That's all washed out. Got it all washed out? That shouldn't look like that. That should look from edge to edge. Now you see I have my screen sitting in all those windows right back behind me, right? And you can see that screen from edge to edge to edge. There's no tannish on the screen. That should not be there if it's ambient light rejection. Again, right here, as you can see it, this is where the light's hitting right there. And he shouldn't have, this shouldn't be up there, all right? So right here, he has inside of a box. Why is your screen inside of a box? It's supposed to be flat against the wall. So any light that's coming from the ceiling, it's not going to make contact across here. See the kind of tricks that people use to fool you into buying, say, the paint's ambient light rejection. This is what ticks me off when people come out here and claim to have ambient light rejection and water down the freaking technology of ambient light rejection. This shouldn't be here. This should not be at all. Because if any light is coming down from that window, it's not making contact across the entire screen because this is blocking it. Why are you pulling your shades? Your shades shouldn't be pulled. You're not supposed to pull your shades. They're supposed to be back. What are you doing? Why are you standing? Look, he's pulling his shades back. You're not supposed to do that. What the freak? Are you kidding me? Come on. I'm sorry. I'm passionate about my work. You people know how I feel about my work. Come on. Open it all the way up. Pull all the way back. All the way back. No, she's going to halfway up. It's washed out right there. All that wash is gone. That's completely gone. My kitchen screen is bigger than this. My kitchen screen is about 50 inches. That's gone. All that's gone. That's completely gone. I don't know how in the world it's considered to be ambient light rejection technology. Where and how? It's not only him. It's freaking Elite Screens too. Tick me to freak off. That demonstration they did in that freaking showroom they had with all the screens blocking all the windows and they had the lamps. Oh, come on. Wow, that's not supposed to look like that. That's not supposed to look at the contrast. Those are washed out. This is acceptable. This is garbage. I'm sorry, not to be saying called garbage, but to me in my mind, it's just no. I'm a perfectionist. No. And I'm thinking, why is this sitting in a box? Why is this screen in a box? Good gracious, talk about cutting corners, and you want to go against our tech. That you really want to put that against a black screen? Wow. I'd order that right now. Throw that thing right outside. This background, now I know for a fact, this background is supposed to be jet black. This is a flower demonstration by LG. And the background is supposed to be completely jet black, from corner to corner, jet black. Let me watch this. I gotta go to the kitchen. This is disgusting me, man. That's all freaking technology. Paint. House paint. That is supposed to be ambient light rejection technology. No way in the freaking world is that ambient light rejection technology. Why is there so much gray on the screen? That background is supposed to be jet black. It's not supposed to look like that. Crow Boys, your opinion. It's not supposed to look like that. And what the heck is this? Why is there a freaking screen sitting in the box? Why? It's supposed to be laying flat against the wall. Look how far the curtains are pulled up. He's doing that because if any light comes in, it's going to slam right across the side of that screen. I know what that is. I can tell what that is by looking at it. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I don't have to buy your paints. I can make every last one of them. LG power demonstration. All right. Not do it's freaking unbelievable. I can't believe I saw that to begin with. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I'm sorry if I'm mumbling on like that, but come on. When you're supposed to do demonstrations, you know, when you're doing black levels, they're not supposed to come up looking gray. That's an LG demonstration. That's supposed to come up looking black. That's how it's supposed to be. It's an LG demonstration. Ooh, air conditioner. Woo-hoo-hoo. Got packages today. I'm supposed to have my Dreamcast in here by now, but I ain't my Dreamcast yet. Still waiting for that. And we got to do the paint on demonstration on the drywall, which I can't wait to do that. It's going to be fun. Where's my, I think I was watching last on here. I was doing football highlights on here. That's what I was doing. I have my screen zoomed in. There we go. Yeah, look at that outer space exhibit going off. LG flower demonstration. From edge to edge. That's why I told you got to go with black screens. I got put in here. The screen is supposed to lay flat against the wall. There's not supposed to be anything covering up, anything protecting the screen in any way whatsoever. That's how it's supposed to be done. Because you have to treat it like you're going to be using this in your home. So anytime I design a screen paint, I have to pretend that how the other person's going to see it. If you box off the areas of the screen, how do you know what areas are going to fail in the screen? Anybody who takes that screen paint home, it's automatically going to fail right from the door. But I can come here and I can say, look, you can look at a golf tournament over here. You can look at golf carts over here right through my window. You got sunlight pushing through. We got the overhead light on, and boom, you can see my screen. From corner to corner. That's how it's supposed to be. Football highlights. Boom, like I said, if I want to sit in here and watch the game with my windows open, sunlight pushing through, I can do that in here easily. I got to be careful about going up to the window with a camera. I was over there with a camera, and mind you, people can see right into my house because my windows are open, right? So I was sitting there with a camera, and I saw my buddy walking with his dog. He looked like, is he recording us? Check this out. They're playing golf over there. They're having a tournament over there. I can watch golf for free all day long. They're over there having a game. That right there is the sand dune of death right there. I seen people over there building sand castles in that section. Yeah, I can sit out here the window, and I can watch a golf game, and in here I can watch a football game. Now you see why this is why we test our ambient rejection. We do our demonstrations outside. I'm gonna let that play. We'll come back and watch that later on. Woo. That's why you see me getting so, it's not frustrating, upset. It says, man, they call everything ambient light rejection. Now, you got one little light in the corner, that's ambient light rejection. That's not ambient light rejection. There's nowhere in the world. Look at the red levels fading on that screen. Now, you see the difference between my screen and that screen? Wow. Let's see what we got in these packages. And they consider that to be acceptable. And you see his window light. See the window light? See it come off his window? Ooh, it's here. Remember I told you I was gonna make my my frames glow in the dark? I got the chemicals here right now. Ooh, it's here. I need scissors. See? That's not ambient light rejection. I don't even know where to get this from, considering this to be an ambient light rejection screen paint mix. I'll pause this for a minute and come back to this. Now some people say, well, that's a gray mix. Doesn't make a difference. It don't make a difference. It should never be reacting like that, or even looking like remotely even looking like that to begin with. No. The Frankenstein looks exactly like a black silver, but it doesn't react like a black silver. I would like to go see a side by side of the black silver next to Frankenstein and take it outside. Because black silvers can produce contrast levels, dark contrast levels, even though the screen is gray. Look at this. That's a black silver pulling off that image right there. That's green. That's a gray screen paint we make that can pull for contrast level. It can pull a black level that beat all those screens with no problem. That's how I know that that's just everyday primer. But I bet you we can't order it. I bet you $100 we can't order it. Oh, the Sun Killer. That's going to be coming soon. And look at this right here. That is a black silver. That's the gray screen paint we make. Looks just like a TV. You're not supposed to have any form of platinum eclipse. Platinum eclipse are not monsters too, but you're not supposed to have any form of this will even work outdoor late in the day. Yes, it will. Somebody just answer that question right there. This will work outdoors late in the day or early evening. That's why we do the outdoor test demonstrations like that. Black silver outside. That's a black silver outside on 1,000 lumens at 13 feet back. Just pulled a Starfield demonstration outside. From edge to edge, that's how it's supposed to come up, from edge to edge. There's supposed to be no tanning in the screen. If it's tanning in the screen, that just shows that there is a problem with the screen having the ability to pull an image. That means the contrast levels are failing miserably. But he claims this product to be ambient light rejection. I love testing ambient light rejection screens. I do. I love testing them to see exactly how they hold up. I would like to take that outside at 6 o'clock in the evening. I want to see that demonstration. But we can't, like I said, we can't get our hands on the product. All right, put it this way. If anybody gets their hands on a Frankenstein, I'll give you the blue for free. Since we can't seem to get our hands on it, we'll offer a blue for free. Anyone can actually show us proof that you have it. We want proof that you have one of them. We'll give you a blue for free. And blue for a quart is $268, just to let you know. Because I want to see if he has ambient light rejection. He said that's what he has. I want to see that thing go against a 12 outside. No. It has to go against the which one. The 12 is too dark. It's going to be the port way. It's going to be taking more contrast than that screen. His screen. We're going to have to use the black silver. It's going to have to go toe to toe with that. A black silver definitely. So that's what we need, a black silver. You know, definitely. We already did the black silver against those screens. They didn't do it too well, but I want to go against that. Actually, I want to test all of them. Oh, we're gonna keep that option. But if anybody here can get their hands on it. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Forget it. I got 4 people over in California. I forgot about that. I need to contact them today. They're gonna place orders today. I got 4 people in Cali I can contact right now. I can get that product. Try to get it. If he doesn't deny them, he's probably going to deny. He's probably going to put them through some rigorous screening, and he's probably going to deny them. But I'm going to see if I can contact a couple people over there and see if they can put an order in. I got a few people around the states that can put orders in right now to get it. I'll just reimburse them to their PayPal account. Because if he's saying that screen is ambient light rejection, you know where it's going at. It's going outside. And we're going to put it in. We're going to do all dark You know what? It's funny. If you're saying your product is ambient light rejection, you should have no problem pulling up a contrast level. That's what I find kind of interesting. He never does any dark contrast levels, but only in the dark. And keep in mind, it ain't him. It ain't only him. Freaking Elite screens do that crap like crazy all the time. I smell popcorn. So if this stuff is supposed to be ambient light rejection, this is what he should be doing. Those are the kind of demonstrations he should be doing right there, like that. That's me playing Call of Duty outside. You see what time of the day it is? And I'm out there playing Call of Duty. He should be able to do that easily. If it's ambient light rejection, you should be able to go through this with no problem whatsoever. This is a cakewalk for our technology. Man, I can't wait for the summertime. God, I can't wait, man. That was amazing. Sitting out there, my socks on, chilling out there playing and gaming. Oh man, I definitely can't wait for the summer. It was a ball that day, man. But like I said, man, I don't know how in the world that is supposed to be an ambient light rejection screen. How is that even possible? He calls it AR Mix. Frankenstein 2.0. 2.0. I gotta see more videos on this. Let's see how many videos he's faking. 2.0. 2.0 screen paint mix. We gotta see this. What other demonstrations we got? That's primer, people. That's freaking bullseye primer. That's exactly what it is. I'm looking right at it. I know exactly what it is. Screen needs to be a little closer to the window, buddy. See the awning right there? The awning blocks all that light coming through. It needs to be right there. That's where you need to have that screen at, right there. Okay, let's get to it. Now the problem I have here is, where's the projector sitting? Let's see where his projector's at. Because the environment's still too dark. There's not enough light in the environment. This is supposed to be black right there. Like this part right here is black. This is really black. This is an OLED demonstration. And that screen needs to be closer to the window. It should be about right there to the window. Let's see what we got going on here. All this is supposed to be, now see how it pops up in the color? When you put it to contrast, color is always going to pop up on the screen. That should be closer to the window. I don't know what the heck. It's got to be closer to the window. It's too far out. What he needs to do is he needs to expand it on a bigger size too. Girl boys, no comments today. Come on, I'm expecting for you guys to chime in on something. So this paint is that good, and he says it is. He should be able to pull that star fill off, just like I did in the room. You got 2 days to do it. I know what that is. I can tell just by looking at it. I can tell you exactly what it is. And I'm going to order it today. Bullseye Primer. I guarantee you. It looks exactly the same. Now, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Perfect example when I say to use nothing but bright colors. I bet you he won't use one contrast in this entire demonstration. No contrast. All bright colors. If he uses any contrast, the screen's automatically going to fade. The guy from Pro Screens can do that. That's not a problem. All right, now see how much light he has in this environment right here? This is where he needs to do that star field demonstration. This is what I want to see. All bright colors. Where's the contrast levels at? Nothing. Come on. All this is supposed to be black. Not tan. Still need to see contrast levels, and no, one contrast level at all. One night scene right there. That's it. Only one night scene. That's it. And that came up gray. That's supposed to be black. Please don't tell me this is an ambient light rejection demonstration. It cannot be an ambient light rejection demonstration. Let me see if he's doing black levels on here. Metallica mix. Metallica mix. Oh, okay. So this is supposed to be the Crow's mix versus the Metallica mix. We know what the Metallica mix is already. So it's pretty much just 2 teaspoons of black paint. That's all it is. We know what that is already. Yeah, so why don't you just show some? Okay, let me see. How are these two supposed to be different? You tell me where these two are supposed to be different. Do you see a difference in between the Crow and the Metallica mix? They look exactly the same to me. Exactly the same. If you're watching the video, if you're going to Home Depot to buy rollers, you have to use 9-inch nap rollers. I think someone's watching my stream that's basically getting rollers from Home Depot. 9-inch nap rollers, that's what you need. They both look exactly the same. How is that supposed to be different? Look at that. Look at that. This is supposed to be two of his mixes side by side. Right, he's convincing you that this one's different from this one. This one's just pulling a slight darker level. That's it. But other than that, they look exactly alike. That's it. They look exactly alike. We already know what the Metallica mix is 2.0. We know what that is. He deleted the video on that one, so we know what that one is already. That's a do-it-yourself free paint. So that's a do-it-yourself free paint. And I'm going to go on a limb here by saying this, and I guarantee I'm going to be right on it. And that's a 2.0 Metallica mix, which basically was done for free in the video. And that was 2 teaspoons of black. I guarantee that the other one, being a little darker, is probably about, altogether, I say probably if it's 2, then he probably doubled it. Just to make it slightly darker. I tell you, to make this stuff back in the day. All you have to do is just adjust more and less to do it. They both look exactly the same. Where is there a big difference from one over the other? This one's just a little bit darker when it comes to the white levels, but they look exactly the same. Now, see when you can look at it without the mumbo jumbo of basically him telling you some nonsense? They look exactly the same. The only difference is one has a slight little darker because he probably added a little bit more black paint in that one. And this is less black paint. Wow. Crow boy, you got a nerd to be coming into my channel talking nonsense? Really? You got a nerd to come into my channel and talk nonsense when talking about how professional his product is? You better never show up on my channels ever again with that dumb nonsense ever again. Oh my, are you kidding me? You not see both of those screens side by side? They look exactly alike. Only one reason why the other one looked a little bit different because it was a little darker. And I guarantee you it's because he added a little bit more black paint to that. Look at the top of the cans. You see this right here? Do you actually really, Crow Boys, look at these videos? Look at the top of these cans. Look how close they come together. Let me know when a black silver looks exactly like a platinum, and when a platinum looks like a 12, and when a 12 looks like a gold, and when a gold looks like a blue. All our screen paints look completely different from one of another. You got nerd to be coming in here talking some nonsense. You ought to be ashamed of yourself coming to my channel talking like that. Not my customers. My customers are beautiful. I'm talking about Crow Boys are coming here talking about how his product is amazing. Don't come in here no more with that dumb nonsense anymore. Looking at this, you got to be kidding me. I don't really watch his demonstrations like that. I see him. I don't really have to analyze this stuff too much. But are you freaking kidding me? Are you? I don't even know where to begin at. I really don't even know where to begin at. You want to tell me he's going to show off an ambient light rejection screen with a box inside of a box? Inside of a box? Oh, you're lucky I can't be one of those cartoons that can basically blow my hand up and just upside your face with that, man. You coming in my room with that dumb nonsense. He got the screen inside of a box. I get the same way when I look at Elite screens when they call themselves doing that demonstration. I'm like, why are your screens blocking out all the window light? Why are your lights behind the screen? You got ultra short, though, high power projectors in there. And the camera, it was so dark in there that literally the camera had problems focusing in the room when the hallway literally had more light than the actual room that was showing off the projectors. Get out of here with that nonsense. I even seen it with whatchamacallit. And there's another company that did it too, and they know who they are. Freaking with that 50,000 lumen projector. You got 50,000 lumen projector. 50, no. It was a 10,000 lumen, $50,000, 10,000 lumen projector for Ultra 4K sitting a couple inches away from a screen. And you're like, well, look how amazing the picture quality looks. Of course. When you got the sun sitting right up against your wall, are you freaking kidding me? And then they're trying to say, look at all the ambient light in the environment. First things first, if you look out the window, you notice the sun is set across the street, which means it's got to be around noontime. All that stuff I can see in a video. I can pick your video apart and see it on the video. That's why I said you're more than welcome to try to tear down my videos. Knock yourself out. You might want to put on sunglasses first. No. Hey, we gotta take this outside. How many outside videos are we going to get on here? Let's see what we're doing outside. You want to see what this is? This is what our screens have to go through when they have to go outside. This is Crow's screen paint versus a 7 outside. At 12 feet back on 1100 lumens. I display my outside area, show you how bright it is outside, and there's my screen right there. That's how I display my technology when I go outside. This is the reason why our screens can produce images outside. While everybody's sitting there hiding in the dark and putting their screens inside of boxes, we're in here doing demonstrations outside. See, Crow Boys? See that right there, Crow Boys? This is how it's done. This is how you test ambient light projection technology. Not your screen sitting in a box. You notice that screen is not fading? Edge to edge, edge to edge, edge to edge. Perfect. No fading, no tanness to the screen. Crow screen doesn't even come up. That's its product right there. Man, I'm gonna come into my channel talking about, oh, this product is amazing. Oh, no, it is not. Want to see something else, Crow Boys? Watch this. See that? That's how we test our ambient light rejection technology. Outside. At 9 o'clock, I think it was 9 o'clock in the morning we pulled that demonstration off. That's how our art stuff is tested. See the difference? Be nice if you chime in, Crow Boys, but you're quiet all of a sudden. Nobody you aren't speaking. Why is that? This is a complete fail. All this is not supposed to be tan. Look how dark the image looks. It's not even bright. All that's washed out. That looks really bad. And here the projector's on. How is it on? And your license plate should have been covered up. That's a bad idea. All right, I'm not going to show anymore in this video. His license plate is completely exposed, which it should not be exposed. Oh, no, you. Okay, here you go, Crow Voice. Here you go. Now, this is supposed to be the Frankenstein mix outside. Are you kidding me? Number one, screen's too small. Number two, you can see where the sun is coming from this side. I bet you that screen is on a slant. How close is the projector sitting? Number one, look at the size of the screen. Oh, yeah, he definitely got the screen on. Look where the screen is sitting, right? Okay, so why is this here to begin with? If he's going to hit that with direct sunlight, what he needs to do is he needs, whatever's blocking that, he's got a shadow across there. You're not supposed to, when you're doing demonstrations, or if you're trying to show your screen can take on direct sunlight, there's not supposed to be anything around your screen that is going to block the sunlight at all. None at all, period. How close is this projector sitting to the screen? But then when he gets done, keep in mind, like he says, he's producing an image out in the sun. That's how good his product is. That is bad. That is really, really bad. And this is gone. This is completely gone from the sun hitting it. See the sun just directly hit that and see how that's gone? That's not even there anymore. Now he brings it inside, does a demonstration. Crow Boys, I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this. Just picture that. Just keep that in your head. I want you to look at that right there, right? I want you to look at that real quick. See if we can dig our sun killer up. We can wake it up. There we go. We're in the right direction. We'll make sure we can go too far down. If you're going to do a demonstration on direct sunlight, let me show you how we do it. And not with anything. Nothing's blocking the screen. Nothing's covering. No shadows are across the screen. Nothing. And this is a transparent screen, which means my projector is sitting on the opposite side of it. And there's so much sunlight pushing through that is washing out my image on the opposite side, which I'll show you right here. You see how much sunlight is pushing through my screen right now? See how well lit that area is? That's how much sunlight is pushing through that screen. There's no awning, no shadows, nothing blocking the screen, nothing blocking the surface, nothing at all, period. Have another look at it. Let me show you how it's done properly. It's not even touching the window. He couldn't pull an image when direct sunlight hit his screen. It washed his screen out. I have direct sunlight in contact with that screen, and it's showing an image. And an image you can see, you can watch the fish moving back and forth across the screen. There's the sun looking at you right there. And somehow you feel, for some reason, I don't know what it is, that he is on the same level as our technology. Let's have a look real quick. We're gonna look at the sun. I can show you the sun. I can even show you the sun. There's no awning, nothing protecting my screen, no blocking here and there. Look at that. There's the sun right there. Velcro boys. So you can see the difference of what true technology, how it's supposed to perform. Instead of coming here on my channel running your mouth about how my stuff is not supposed to be that good. And yet, he's having a hard time struggling pulling an image up outside that's being blocked by an awning. Now look at this. See right there? You see that? Can't even make out the image. And where the sun's hitting it, it's completely washed out. It's gone. It's not even there anymore. That's not a direct sunlight hit. A direct sunlight would mean that entire screen would look like this. It would be covered in sunlight. Right now he has it on his balcony, and he has a roof over top of his balcony covering any form of sunlight hitting the screen. If anything, if he's going to do that test, he should have did it right about there. That's where he should have did it at. Man. What the heck is that? Really, honestly, what is that? That's supposed to, literally, if this is what I would have to go through in order to get a projector, I'm buying a TV. I'm definitely going to buy a TV. There's no way in the world I'm going to have 120 inches of this in on my, no. That environment's too dark. I'm going to brighten that environment up. I see when it comes to the black cat, at a black level spade, you need to lighten that area up. It's too dark. There we go. Brighten it up. That floor and the bottom of that, all this should be illuminated. All this needs to be lit up. It's too dark in here. If you're showing up an ambient light rejection screen, your environment is way too dark. It should never be that dark. You need to lighten that area up. Okay, let's see if he's got any videos where he's basically lightening up the area a little better, because that's way. I want to get to this part right here. That's bad. This is supposed to be black. All this is a night sky. Why is it evening sky? That's so bad. That's just really bad. So I told you, bright colors. If they stick to the bright colors, they can pull off a good image. But anything that's going to come up in contrast, that screen is automatically going to have some struggles, some problems. There we go. This is faded here at the bottom. It's faded on the corners. But I wonder why his environment is so dark. This is not supposed to be dark over. This is supposed to be well lit. Floor is too dark over here. Yeah. That's way too dark, buddy. Look at that. See right there? Hold on for a minute. He's got it right up on a porch. There you go. So you watch my screen sit out there with no roof over top of it, right out in the open. No problem whatsoever. Taking a direct hit from sunlight. Right out in the open. No roof, nothing protecting at all whatsoever. I was able to pull an image. You can watch fish moving back and forth across my screen. And you're comparing us to him, Crow Boys. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Metallica Mix 2.0. We know what that is already. You can make that. It's a shame, but you can make it. And put your money where your mouth is, except that today's challenge. He doesn't have any challenges, man. No challenges at all. We don't pay that joker any mind, Humpty Dumpty. There's no challenges at all. You can't match any one of my demonstrations. As a matter of fact, none of my challenges have been beat, not one of them. So when he can beat one of my challenges that have been done, then he can I'll get back with him. But other than that, I don't even think about him. When he beats that screen that produced that image outside and took that sunlight hit, then I'll get with him. Until then, we ain't got nothing to say to Partey. Partey, it sounds like a French butter. There's the awning blocking right there. Yeah. Partey. Oh my goodness, I keep thinking about the old commercial from back in the day. It's butter Partey. Was it Parquet? Was it Parquet or Partey? What was that commercial called? The little puppet that came on with the butter. Oh my God, I can't think of the name of it. But that's what it reminds me of. His name reminds me of butter. For some reason, it just reminds me of butter. Parquet or Partey, whatever the butter it's called. But it sounds like a French butter. But I don't pay him any mind. I've seen his video demonstrations. They're cheap and they're weak. I don't watch his demonstrations at all, period. He doesn't match any of our demonstrations either. And I made his product. He had a screen paint. He called that he gave it for free. I made it here. It was toxic as I don't know what. And it came out very, very glossy, shiny, and it cracked. Yeah, it wasn't too good. He mixed it with, and I don't know why he put Vaseline and baby oil in it. Why would you put that in a paint? That's an oil substance going into a water-based surface. That is not good. That is not going to mix well. Yeah, some product he made, he mixed together. I made that stuff on YouTube. That stuff came out bad. All right, I ain't seen enough of this nonsense right here. See right there? You don't match your demonstrations. That's my demonstration outside. You don't match any of our demonstrations. None of my challenges have been completed. None of them. Not one of them. We even have a challenge on that sun killer, and it hasn't been met yet. See that? So that sunlight out there? You seen that screen produce that image outside? You're not even close to our level and stuff we develop and make. Yeah. When Mr. I don't get his name is Spur, it sounds like butter. Mr. Partey basically can complete any one of our challenges. So we will basically, I won't even consider him to be he's a hobbyist. So he is a hobbyist. We don't even mention him. He's a hobbyist. Like I said, not a big fan of Crow, but I would actually give Crow more credit than I would give him any day. I really would. He's not, no. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother with his stuff. We made his stuff a long time when he made some black stuff he was making. We made that stuff. That stuff had grease in it. Like, why would you put Vaseline in a freaking paint to begin with? You know how nasty that gets? What he wants is he wants for me to basically acknowledge him. That's what he wants. Like Crow. Crow needs for us to acknowledge him in order for him to get any hits. He has to review our products and do dirty stuff against us to get any hits. That shows you where we stand at. On everything that we do on our level, no one else matches. Partey needs for me to say his name in a video so he can get a little publicity. So if this helps you out, my man, here you go. Partey. You happy now? All right. He needs that publicity. We couldn't care less. When you start having big companies like Screen Innovation sending you freaking suits and telling you to shut your mouth up and stay away from the technology, damn, I might take you serious. But other than that, no. Here's a challenge, please. Nobody want to touch it. I'm not even going to acknowledge your even existence. If you don't pay me any mind. All right, let's move on. We got a paint on demonstration to do today. So I'm eating popcorn. I haven't had anything to eat all day. This is what I'm eating now from popcorn. That's a live demonstration I did today. Right next to the window doing a Starfield demonstration. We just did that one today. When did we? No, I think we did it today. Look at my screen in my living room. That's the screen behind me in my living room. That's how my technology works. Corner to corner, boom, 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 corner to corner. No fading, no washing out, nothing. That's the two big windows with the lights on over top. Now, this will be give a heads up to the hobbyists. We're going to have a Crystal Edge copyrighted logo watermarked on all our labels. So I'll be really careful about flashing one of them doing something stupid. Yep, that logo is going to be watermarked on just about everything we have. That's some good popcorn. But good God, when you get to the end, it is so freaking salty. You have a heart attack. All right, so those of you that are interested in making your own glow-in-the-dark paint, I just ordered something today that will allow you to convert any kind of paint into a glow-in-the-dark paint. So, you know, if you want to do it for fun or hooking up something, I wouldn't dare make a screen paint out of it. Just don't do that. Mess around it. Glow-in-the-dark paint, a UV paint, literally, and hit that with a high power projector, you would get jacked up. All right, so anyway, I got this stuff right here. Boom. Oh, no, I didn't show you the whole thing, did I? Okay, so anyway, this is called UV FX paint, and they use this to make some glow. So I thought about, I wanted to do my frames upstairs in the gaming room, but that paint is like almost $200 for like a gallon of it. That's a lot of money. So I was looking online and they had this stuff on Amazon. It's this UV chemical. Now keep in mind, they say you have to mix it with polyurethane, have to be something clear, but we'll find out. We're gonna mix some of it downstairs and I'm gonna be coating my screens upstairs so you can glow in the dark. Excuse me about that, my bad. We'll test it out tonight. So what's in this box right here? Let me see. Ooh, what's in this box? Oh, yeah. Yeah, people. Look at this. For my tea room. Tea, baby. Tea. Yo, which one we gonna drink tonight? I like this orangerine right here. It's orange, tangerine orange. I'm definitely gonna have it tonight. That's definitely gonna happen. Oh, is this the one when I was walking around the house? Yeah, this is when I think I was walking around the house showing off the screens. Yeah, in the gaming room. I never get a chance to see them. I don't watch my videos. Once I record them, I never watch them. I never usually go back and watch them. I like that gaming room. I got to get in there and play some games. Oh, yes! More LED lights for the gaming room. Yes, I forgot to order these. Another set of LED lights for the gaming room. Oh, yes, I'm going to finish out the floor today. Yeah, we're going to do the floor today. Finish out the floor today. I got a couple of spots on the floor to get finished. And I got to do the ceiling. This is where I set it up. Let me see. Yep, it's in here. There we go. Look at that. Walking through the house. This is before I got my curtains put in. This is the difference between my demonstrations and everybody else. You can watch me walk around my house with my lights on and show you my screen. Boom. Another room. Well, the Wi-Fi signal there is really good. Got another screen right there. That's when I painted on the wall. We're going to do that demonstration again today. It just like TVs. Anybody sitting there huddled in the dark, I'm walking right through my house. All my screens are activating. That's what you want. That's why I'm showing you the difference between my demonstrations and their demonstrations. There's a big difference. And yet they want to claim so hard that they're just like me. We don't pay them any mind. We don't care. Mr. Partey, whatever nonsense, we don't care about them. We don't pay them no mind because we know they don't do our demonstrations. They need us to exist. That's what they do. They need us to exist. It's funny how I usually challenge the big boy screens. That's what I usually go after, the big boy screens. When the hobbyists come after us. And all they can do is talk trash about us, slander us. That's all they can try to do. So they're jealous because they can't be on that same level. If them sitting there working hard and minding their own business, maybe you could get there. But you're too busy hating on other people. And at the end of the day, I don't care. Because my hard work and dedication speaks for itself. I just did a demonstration there today. Look at that. I got more light in my front room than he has in his living room right now. That's my kitchen. Now that's my bedroom. That's actually my master bedroom upstairs. My master bedroom has more light in his living room. Sorry for eating, people. I'm hungry. Since I've been up since 6 o'clock, I haven't had anything in my stomach. So I'm a little hungry right now. I'm sorry if I'm chewing on camera. I'm really freaking hungry. Let's see what's down here today. There you go. Did a Starfield demonstration. That's an elite screen. That's Crow's UB mix. That's Crow's personal mix. Right there in my kitchen. Can't pull the Starfield demonstration on an ultra short throw projector. Right next to my kitchen. If I had your screen painted right there in my kitchen, that's what I'd be getting right there. My screen in my gaming room. Nah, I'm not thinking about the hobbyists. That's what I'm calling right now. I call them hobbyists because that's what they are. Because they don't do the demonstrations. And they did the demonstration to put their time in. You would see demonstrations on distance strobe, which is supposed to show the distance strobe. They should be showing demonstrations at 20 feet and 30 feet back on 800 and 900 lumen projectors. They should be doing demonstrations on 1,000 lumen projectors outside. They should show contrast, color, the whole 9 yards. They should be testing the technology against other high performance projection screens. They don't do any of that. All they do is cut corners. And they get mad because if I get a hold of your technology and I bring it down here, it fails miserably because bottom line is I'm not going to hold your technology's hand. I'm not here to baby your technology. I'm here to bring it down here and punish it, put it through the rigorous testing our screens have to go through every day. That's why my screen looks just like that in a fully lit environment with my curtains pulled back. That's why I can get up in the morning and I can watch TV and everything else and treat my bedroom like this is my TV. Well, you're gonna get mad at me. For what? Why are you sitting there trying to hide your screen inside of a box? Because of the ambient light. My screen's sitting there welcomes it. What am I doing? My problem. At the end of the day, this is what my customers get. Partay, butter. Partay, butter. Partay, butter. Partay, butter. I swear it sounds just like a birthday commercial. And share with the ones you love. Use our app to order. Then pick it up at the drive-thru. Or use their delivery and have it dropped off at your door. Come on. That's one in the kitchen. This one from here. Just mix it all the time. I'm gonna get my LED lights in the day. I'm gonna finish up my floor, my screen. Finish sweeping it here. See that sun pushing through my window? Look how bright it is out there. Look how bright it is out there. My screen is still running. Image there come out. There we go. Look at that. This is what you call real ambient light rejection technology. Now, you watch me, my projector's been on pretty much all day. Early in the morning, and here we are now in the afternoon. And look how much light we got pushing through my windows right now. Look at the angle gain on my screen. You just saw me show the demonstration in the video, right? And then come up here and show you the demonstration again live. Nah, come on. That's the end of it, man. That's the end of it. All right, I got to get out of here. Thank you all for your time. We got the Christmas sale going on tomorrow. Blue Technology is going to be launching pretty soon. That's basically about it. Thank you all for your time. As you can see, and I show you in demonstrations, first things first with the copyrights, you can tell automatically from the door, no, this stuff is not copyright. On number 2, basically using Frankenstein's copyright from the door can get you a lawsuit, a very heavy one at that. Our technology does have copyrights attached to it, which is fantastic. And then on top of that, showing you the difference between my videos versus his. There's no contest. I still can't believe he had a screen in a box. Come on now, a box? A box. Why would you have it in a box to begin with? I guess because if any light came in, he could protect the screen from being hit. We don't use boxes over here. That's the reason why. Oh, man. I got to get off because I'm going to say something stupid. All right, I got to get out of here. God bless. A box.